So you did like the 5 years, and after you completed, then what was the next step after that?
So after we complete the dental school, we will have to get our posting with the government.
You must.
You must complete your compulsory service.
It's kind of like the housemanship for doctor type thing.
Yeah. So it's the same. So you have to have that compulsory service in order to get your like officially,
Official
like like to come.
certification type of thing.
Yeah.
So you must work for the government before you can officially open up your own dental lah.
Not just that, like you need to work for the government before you can
even
work in the
for-
private sector. You just need to finish that
Duration of
compulsory
time.
service. Yeah, it used to be 3 years if I'm not mistaken. Then they
3
reduced.
years.
Then I
Jesus.
think they reduced it, and then now it's only like 1 year.
Do they post you to the location, or you can choose?
So during my time, we can choose you can write your 3 preferences, and then it depends on whether there's availability there. Then they will post you there. But now it's like if I'm not mistaken, now it's like an online system, so you can just bid like straight for the clinic that you want, not just the state that you want. You can specifically bid for the clinic that you want.
Oh.
Now it's an online system, so it's like easier,
It's a bit easier,
I guess,
lor. Last time you have to write down everything, lor, and submit.
yeah.
What the fuck? 3 years, Is it still 3 years?
No. Now I think it's 1 year already.
Wow, that's
So
shock,
1 year is
lor.
quite fast. So you do your stuff with the government, and then after you complete the 1 year, then you are a free bird lah.
Yes, but then now it's like I think the tables have turned a little bit. Like because during my time, we can stay in the government as long as you want. When you decide to leave, you can leave. But nowadays, because of the limitation of pejabatan, so it's based on contract. So if you fulfill their requirements, you you
Finish
do
the contract.
well, this and that, then they choose to absorb you in as a permanent officer. Then only you can continue with the government. If not, they will kick you out.
Oh.
Yeah, so sometimes some people are not ready to come out to the private sector yet. So for them, it's not good lah.
Wait, it's not good? Isn't it better to
No,
work?
because sometimes some people, they are not prepared yet to come out to work in the private sector. They still prefer to stay with the government in the
for
government service.
confidence or to
Yeah,
build
to
on
like-
their skill set.
Yes.
Oh, but do you think it's better working under the government, or do you think it's better working under the private? Like in terms of pay, in terms of like,
In terms of
working-
pay, of course, the private sector is
it's much better lah.
Yeah.
It can be surprising, sometimes the government can pay a lot more,
The
when it comes
government
to.
pay according to certain
Yeah,
tiers or
according to
something.
the grade. So it's like time based.
Ah.
So after a certain amount of years, you'll be like grade 41, then be 42, 44, then like 48, whatever. Like that is the grade. So your pay increase with
as the grade higher goes higher, I see.
Yeah, so
I see.
it's everything is just time based.
But I think if you work very long in the government and then your rank goes up, would it be better to work in the government, or do you think it's still best to just go work in private? Personally, I mean, it's like subjective. But
The potential in the private sector is definitely much higher lah. You can earn much more within like 3 years in the private sector
Wow.
compared. I mean, if you want to get that salary by staying in the government, you have to stay there like for many years.
I see.
Basically,
But
government-
but got pension, bro.
The pension lah, bro.
No pension,
Got pension.
pension
Got
mah.
pension, but the pension is not. I mean, not
It's-
worth.
it's not worth it lah.
Staying there unless you get sponsored to do your specialty, and then you become a specialist. But then also you'll be bonded with the government. So
I see. I see.
So basically, the government is like a 9 to 5 job. You go, you fix, you come back. But if you go out in private sector, you run your own stuff. But there's more responsibility, I suppose.
It's like a business law, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, patients in the private sector are generally more. I mean, they have more expectation because they're paying for their treatments.
lor.
In the government service, it's like KKM, like probably they charge cheap, but I think you still have to pay an amount.
X amount.
Yeah, but so their expectation probably lower lah. They're like, okay, I just pay $1 for this filling. I mean, how good can it be?
Yeah, lor.
But if you're in the private sector, you pay a few hundred ringgit for your filling.
You
You expect
expect-
it to be good.
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.